Good morning, dear students. Welcome to online learning classes. In today's session, we will be learning about the nervous system. If you remember, in the previous video, I had told you about the functioning of neurons, how are electrical impulses carried from one neuron to the other. And then I also told you that these neurons form nervous tissue and different nervous tissue combine to form the nervous system. The two main parts of the nervous system are central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system is the body's master control unit. As the name suggests, it is the central controlling unit that includes the spinal cord, brainstem, and the brain. The spinal cord is a column of nerves between the brain and the peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system are the nerves that links the body to the outside world, the set of nerves that links our body to the outside world. That is what we mean by peripheral nervous system. And the nerves that connect the brain and the nerves that are linked to the outside world is called as the spinal cord. Okay? That means it acts like a bridge that carries all the informations from the nerves to the brain, and then from the brain to the nerves for response. And then the brain stem that connects the brain to the spinal cord, and then the brain that is divided into three major parts: the hindbrain, that is the lower part, the midbrain, and the forebrain. An elaborated structure function of the brain will be discussed in the following sessions. Peripheral nervous system, that is the body's link to the outside world. It consists of two main categories: the autonomic nervous system, or the ANS. The autonomic nervous system, or the ANS, regulates involuntary bodily processes, including heart rate, respiration, digestion, and pupil contraction. Operates automatically without conscious direction. That means they are involuntary actions that are not under our control. Like, for example, beating of heart, breathing in and breathing out, it's not under our control. You cannot tell your heart to stop beating, or you cannot tell your lungs to stop taking oxygen in and throwing carbon dioxide out. Those are involuntary actions which are controlled by the autonomic nervous system. And then the SNS, that is the somatic nervous system. There are two sets of neurons that we will be discussing in the further sessions. Those are sensory neurons, that is, all the neurons that carry the stimulus from every sense organ to the brain or the spinal cord. Those are called sensory neurons. Because they carry stimulus from sense organ, they are called as sensory neurons. And then when the stimulus is understood, to perform a response according to the stimulus, there should be some movement in the body. And this response is done by bodily movements. That is why the neurons that perform the response from the brain to different part of the body are called as motor neurons. So, the somatic nervous system, or the SNS, comprises of the sensory neurons and the motor neurons that are connected to the CNS, the central nervous system, that commands the muscles, and these controls these actions and movements are voluntary, that is under our control. So now that you know that both involuntary and voluntary actions, involuntary actions like heart rate, heartbeat, breathing in and breathing out, coughing or pupil contraction, and voluntary actions like walking, sitting, standing, giving out an answer, all these are controlled by the brain itself. That is, both involuntary and voluntary actions are controlled by the brain, are controlled by the central nervous system. So, students, that was all about the nervous system. What does it comprise of? What are the different parts of the system and what are the basic functions of it? In the coming classes, in the further sessions, we will be discussing about a spectacular action performed by the spinal cord, also called as reflex action, and then we will be discussing about the structure and function of brain in detail. Till then, see you, stay home, stay safe, goodbye.